Justin Bieber is no stranger to an internet tirade, having posted several cryptic messages in recent months about love and mental health, all of which have sparked concern amongst his many fans. Alongside his increasingly frail and disheveled appearance during public outings, Justin's frequent social media missteps have led to a renewed level of scrutiny over his words. Now, the 31-year-old took to Instagram last Tuesday night to share his thoughts on the nature of loyalty in love, causing fans to point out a glaring flaw in his logic. He wrote, "Telling other humans they deserve something is like raising someone else's kids. Who are you to tell someone what someone should or shouldn't have? The audacity, that's not your place. God decides what we deserve." He continued in a separate post that said, "Loyalty is a manipulative language. Loyalty is a duty. It's an obligation. That's not free will. Love is not a duty. Love is a delight." He continued saying, "Please stop using loyalty to keep people around you out of your own fear. It's hurting us. Mafia members use loyalty to keep people in their gangs. Let's not perpetuate this manipulative language. Love over loyalty forever." His fans took to the comments to share their concern for the singer, with one person writing, "What in the world is going on?" while another person added, "You deserve a social media break." Others pointed to the fact that just days prior, Justin had shared a very strange post congratulating his wife Hailey Bieber on her recent Vogue cover, while simultaneously insulting her in the process. One person wrote, "Justin, you told Hailey she couldn't be on a cover of Vogue. Isn't that telling her she couldn't have something? She got you there, Justin. Indeed she did. That's what I call a receipt check." Another person added, "Same guy who told his wife she'll never be on the cover of Vogue. JB, I love you, but what?" Some loyal and loving fans, however, took this opportunity to remind Justin that he's loved. One person wrote, "Justin, I don't know if you'll read this, but it's important for me to tell you that you're important and millions of people around the world who love you. Albums are not as important as we want to see your true happiness." A second person asked, "Are you okay, Justin?" And a third fan advised the singer, "I think you should leave God out of this and grow up." While a fourth person added, "Justin, you just need some therapy, bro." Hailey Bieber had another one to celebrate after her Vogue cover appearance, after her skincare brand Rhode was acquired in a $1 billion deal by e.l.f. Beauty. Now, Hailey expressed excitement about the partnership, calling it a new chapter in her journey. Now, as part of the deal, she will continue leading Rhode as Chief Creative Officer and Head of Innovation as well, while also serving as a strategic advisor to e.l.f. Beauty. Now, the acquisition includes $800 million in cash and stock up front, with an additional $200 million tied to future brand growth. Justin Bieber celebrated Hailey's career milestone with a PDA-filled Instagram post. The singer shared a carousel of images, including a very steamy shot of Hailey sitting on his lap while he embraced her intimately. Shortly after, he posted a tribute highlighting Hailey's success and determination, featuring her business announcement and a photo behind an office table. Fans flooded the comments with congratulations and praise for the couple. As you can imagine though, a ton of different ranging comments. It was the "This is the way a broke man embraces his rich girlfriend when she comes into money and he's about to ask to borrow some" for me. I laughed, honestly, cause yeah, like, isn't Justin broke now? Beyonce is facing fierce backlash from her fan base after wearing a very offensive t-shirt. The diva sparked outrage at the Paris stop of her Cowboy Carter tour after wearing a t-shirt with the Buffalo Soldiers, who were some of the first African Americans to serve in the US military. While on its surface, the shirt seems like a celebration of an often overlooked part of American history, there's more to Bey's shirt than meets the eye. In the 1800s, the Buffalo Soldiers fought on the side of European colonizers against the Native Americans in the Indian Wars. Fans pointed out that not only did Beyonce wear a shirt with the Buffalo Soldiers on the front of it, the back of the shirt also featured a very controversial passage about the Native Americans that they went up against. Allegedly, one verse on the garment reads, "Their antagonists were the enemies of peace, order, and settlement, warning Indians, bandits, cattle thieves, even bootleggers and trespassers, as well as Mexican revolutionaries." A number of Beyonce's loyal fans were outraged by the text and took to social media and Reddit as well to express their outrage. One person online wrote, "Not everything in Black history needs to be revered and turned into an aesthetic. The Buffalo Soldiers did awful things to Indigenous people. Beyonce's romanticism of this is beyond the pale. They They added that Cowboy Carter album got her feeling all kinds of patriotic, in all the wrong ways. A third person commented saying, "I'm glad I'm seeing so many posts against Beyonce peddling this Buffalo Soldier nonsense because I love her music, but she's not beyond being rightfully criticized, especially for selling merch calling Native Americans enemies of peace. Like, how dare you?" In other news, a technical mishap led to Beyonce's flying car prop to tilt during Cowboy Carter concert in Houston, with fans capturing the moment on video. The singer was quickly lowered down and without injury, according to Beyonce's entertainment and management company. The 43-year-old singer was performing her song 16 Carriages in a suspended red car when the vehicle started to tilt in the air, according to a video from the scary moment shared by fans on social media. And she was sitting on top of a red convertible as it began to actually slant. Now, she appeared to be wearing a harness and is seen holding on to, one of the cables, but Beyonce is heard calmly saying into her microphone while she remains suspended in the air, "Stop, stop, stop, stop." So the music was stopped and the car was slowly lowered to the stage. After she was successfully on the ground, the singer told the crowd, "I want to thank y'all for loving me. If I ever fall, I know y'all will catch me." The cause of the malfunction was not immediately clear, and while she hasn't directly commented on the incident, Beyonce shared a photo on Instagram letting everyone know all is well. That's gotta be scary though, right? And can you imagine the people who got fired right after that? Jeez. Khloé Kardashian is taking a lot of heat and she's not even in the kitchen. Nope, this backlash comes from a few feet away, her pantry. Khloé Kardashian has officially released her latest business venture, a protein popcorn brand, and posted a video tour of her massive pantry to promote it. However, it did not go over well. She posted a crib-style video of her pantry, which is the size of a car garage. I'm not exaggerating, guys. The pantry was formerly a garage before being converted into a pantry crib. As a small apartment renter, I stash my canned goods, chips, and protein bars wherever they'll fit. Honestly, I dream of the day I could have a stockpile as big as hers, but my love and admiration may be amongst the few that's actually happy for the reality star. Now, in honor of releasing her new Cloud protein popcorn, the reality star shared a pantry tour video on social media with bags of her popcorn filling the food pack space. Now, this isn't the first time she's shown off her extremely organized pantry to give her viewers inspiration for how to sort things. Still, this time around, she received a lot of backlash, as internet users said the video was ridiculous and just out of touch, given how expensive groceries are these days. Not only is her pantry massive, it's also stocked with the most eclectic assortment of foods. Now, there's an army of olives, apparently reserved for Kris Jenner's martinis, and a mind-boggling number of snacks, raisins, nuts, and all those, healthy things. She also had a very large bowl of fresh fruit and 2 walls, basically shelves stocked explicitly with bottles of high-end sparkling water. Now, at the start of her video, she says, "This is where all the magic happens." And yeah, I believe it. Honestly, the vibe is somewhere between a farmer's market and a Saks Fifth Avenue, which, to be fair, was her goal. Now, according to the video, Khloé wanted to recreate a mini grocery store inside her pantry, which, if we're being real, feels just a bit gluttonous. Now, fans think so too. Dozens of comments under her Instagram note that her pantry is a vulgar display of wealth and just excess upon excess upon excess. Now, many point out that there's no way she and her 2 kids can eat the amount of food stocked in the pantry before it expires. One person online said, "Pantry is amazing, however, why the need for all that food? People are starving all over our country, seems gluttonous." For many people, groceries are more expensive than ever, which is why watching, the Good American founder walk through her apartment-size loaded pantry upset many people, even if it wasn't supposed to be, this light-hearted video that her loyal fan base apparently requested. Now, when the video was uploaded to social media platforms like Instagram and YouTube, internet users of course flooded the comment section to let the personality know, that they were not pleased to see material like that from her. Now, another person wrote, "This is so over the top. Flaunting her wealth when people are literally starving and struggling to feed their families is just wrong." Someone else added, "So your pantry is bigger than my whole house?" Another person wrote, "I can't afford eggs and my fridge is empty." Internet users Users also went off on Khloé on other platforms like Reddit. One person wrote, "I hated this video. What's the point of this?" What do you guys think? Excessive or not enough? Is Miley Cyrus officially cancelled? Well, after she did this to her fans, many believe so. Miley Cyrus is getting dragged online right now and honestly kinda deserves. So here's what went down. Miley showed up at a vinyl signing event in London with none other than Naomi Campbell. Yes, supermodel royalty Naomi. Now the event was for Miley's album, Something Beautiful. The two were actually celebrating the release of their collab track, Every Girl You've Ever Loved, which sounds sweet until fans started feeling like the least loved girls in the room. Naomi livestreamed the entire event on Instagram, and while parts of the footage were cute, Miley and Naomi laughing, posing, signing vinyls, etc., other clips though, not so cute, like painfully awkward levels of "please acknowledge me, I've been in line for hours" type of energy. One viral moment shows a fan standing right in front of Miley, literally inches away, while she and Naomi just keep chatting. No hi, no smile, not even eye contact. A photographer asked them to pose. Miley throws a little glance up like she just remembered Earth has other humans on it, gives a little half-hearted pose, and then the fan walks away. Very, very cringe. And listen, fans were not having it. Social media lit up with comments calling Miley dismissive, rude, and just plain inconsiderate. One person said, "If I waited in line just to be ignored, I'd be heartbroken." Another person added, "It's a signing. Literally the whole point is to interact with fans, not just vibe with Naomi like it's brunch." Some fans and commenters did point out though that it was a signing event, not a meet and greet, and that fans should have understood the context. Others noted that Miley was also promoting her new album and film, and perhaps the interaction was part of a planned promotional strategy. And honestly, none of these people are wrong. I mean, no one's expecting a one-on-one therapy session with a celeb, but come on, a smile, a thank you for coming, something? Now, to be fair, not every moment from the live stream was a disaster. Some fans said they still had a great experience, so maybe it wasn't all that bad. But the internet doesn't need every moment to cancel you. Just one bad angle and a silent stare, and boom, you're trending for all the wrong reasons. As for Miley's response, well, she posted a super sweet Instagram message saying that she and Naomi adored meeting everyone and thanked the fans for coming. But she completely ignored the backlash. No sorry, no I hear you, just buy the vinyl, love you forever, bye. So now the internet's divided. Some people are giving her the benefit of the doubt, saying, you know, she was maybe tired, distracted, overwhelmed. Others, though, already writing her off like she ghosted them mid-convo. But what do you guys think? Was Miley just having an off moment, or is this a mask-off moment showing how she really feels about her fans?
Meghan Markle posted a video of her twerking in the hospital while pregnant before giving birth to her daughter Lilibet, but some people are not having it and are canceling her. Now, Meghan posted the video to her Instagram page, which showed a heavily pregnant Meghan with Prince Harry in her maternity suite dancing to the viral anthem Baby Mama, a tune that includes the line, "I've been pregnant far too long," to try to bring on labor when pregnant with Lilibet. She captioned the post, "4 years ago today, this also happened. Both of our children were a week past their due dates, so when spicy food, all that walking, and acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do." Harry had notably mentioned the moment in his controversial memoir, Spare, as he wrote, speaking about Lilibet's birth, "There was nothing but joy and love in that room. We ate and did the baby mama dance around the hospital room." Now in the video, you can see her and Harry dancing, with Meghan even twerking at one point. In what she thought was a cute and playful video, people online are criticizing her for it. Haters are claiming that this video proves that she was never pregnant and was wearing a moon bump. They claim that she used a surrogate for both of her pregnancies. Now people also claim that her bump was too high or in the wrong shape to be real. Now this conspiracy was made even stronger as the video of Meghan dancing showed her wearing a dress, not a hospital gown, and her stomach wasn't smooth as there were bumps and bulges on it, with some people claiming that she just stuck a blanket up her dress. Now others claim that a real pregnant woman wouldn't be moving that way if she was about to give birth. Not to mention, critics of Harry and Meghan have even made the extraordinary claim that her dancing video was faked and made on a film set, or it could be AI generated. Others claim that the video video was just inappropriate in general and showed that Meghan had no class. Now, some people online came to Meghan's defense, explaining that she really was pregnant and the video wasn't fake, but those comments seem to have landed on deaf ears. Well, a well-placed royal source told the Daily Mail that the royal family believes Meghan and Prince Harry have lost it, and that the clip is classless and tragic. The source added that the king and queen are horrified by the video, as there is a general sense in the palace that they have lost it, the source said, adding that the clip caused a lot of raised eyebrows. Now, Meghan, though, doesn't seem to care about any of this, as she and her team members reportedly identified this video as a win. A source said in the UK, everyone's reaction has been a bit prudish, but everywhere else, particularly in America and especially with young people, it has been a huge hit. She, Meghan, and her team count the video as a win, which can only be a boost for sales, the insider added. So I guess people can hate all they want, but Meghan is happy with all of it.
Kim, there's footage being leaked. The queen of reality TV never wanted you to see these clips, I promise you. Now, who could forget footage from when Kim Kardashian told women in business they needed to get their ASS up and go to work? Well, no one, but Kim sure wishes it never got leaked and allegedly begged Variety magazine to not go forward with actually showing it. Now, the second this infamous interview got leaked, Kim faced immediate backlash and scrutiny. Kim, the daughter of famed lawyer Rob Kardashian, and Hollywood socialite Kris, then Kardashian, now Jenner, obviously very much born into privilege and wealth, trying to tell everyday folk to get up and just work, clearly did not sit well with anyone. Now, the footage got spread like wildfire and Kim almost shut down her socials for a whole month because of it. At some point, she tried to kind of pedal back and say her recent comments about work ethic and finding success weren't meant to be a dig at women, but that they were just the reality of working hard to achieve your goals when everyone else doubts you. Kim says the whole thing was taken out of context, telling Robin Roberts on Good Morning America, "My message was to anyone who wants to be successful in building a business or brand, having come from that very specific space. Reality show or social media fame is to work hard. It's not easy. You don't just post something on social media and overnight you become a success." A source who was there for the interview tells Kim that, she made it clear her comment was not directed at women, but it was a part of her own personal experience, saying, "After 20 years at this, I'm still put in the box of famous for being famous. I heard someone say that to me when we did that interview, and that's why my demeanor and tone shifted." Now, despite the fact that Kim was born into a very wealthy, well-connected family and skyrocketed to fame thanks to reality TV and a certain tape, cough cough, she explained that she thought the problem with people in business was that no one wanted to work. Something about Kim Kardashian saying, "Get your bleeping behind up and work. It seems like nobody want to work these days. You have to surround yourself with people that want to work and have a good work environment while everyone loves what they do." That just didn't sit right in anyone's soul. So, and while it's true that you have to work really hard to reap the benefits, it's definitely not as simple as that for people who aren't born into wealth and fame. Kim faced backlash from viewers who called her out for ignoring her upbringing's role in her success and how many people do work hard but aren't fairly financially compensated. Now, despite this footage being a couple years old now, it's still being talked about. It's still a hot topic, and it's still something that haunts Kimmy to this day. Kim's designer debacle. Now, Kimmy sparked some irritation from fans when she posted a now deleted video showcasing free goods she received from Dolce & Gabbana to her Instagram stories way back in January of 2019. Now, followers were outraged by the post, many pointing out that the controversial brand, has come under fire multiple times over the years, most notably though for a 2015 interview with Italian magazine Panorama, in which the designing duo Stefano Gabbana and Domenico Dolce referred to IVF babies as chemical offsprings and synthetic children. Really bad. And to know off that, Kim actually became pregnant with her second child, saying through IVF and her others as well. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. But people weren't pleased and very outraged, to put it lightly. Now, Dolce and Gabbana later apologized for this very inappropriate statement and said that they regretted it deeply, I'm sure. Kim Kardashian's Halloween costume had fans and onlookers saying, "Girl, what is you doing?" Now, Kimmy thought it would be a good idea to dress as Aaliyah for Halloween one year, and despite regretting the decision. Once the vids and pics got leaked, there was just no turning back. The costume specifically recreated the look from Aaliyah's Try Again music video, if you can remember that, which included a custom bra top and J brand leather pants. So of course, people criticized Kim's costume, arguing that it was insensitive and disrespectful to Aaliyah, who was an iconic black singer and a cultural phenomenon. Now, the social media mogul issued an apology after. Many Twitter users basically called her, Halloween costume offensive back in October of 2017. Kim actually wrote on her website, "Aaliyah was such an amazing singer and she will be forever, a music legend. I saw online that some people thought my costume was in poor taste and I am truly sorry if that offended anyone. We don't see color in my home. We were paying homage to people and artists we love and respect. It's that simple." Okay, Kimmy. Kim Kardashian shape-ups controversy is one for the books. Now, the breakup to shape up commercial for Skechers that features Kim Kardashian, who tells her trainer she's basically leaving him because she's shape-upping instead, referencing Skechers Shape-Up's athletic footwear, caused the company to be sued to the gods by consumers. Now, she's seen saying goodbye to him, then complimenting another man wearing the same sneakers. Weird. The commercial, directed by Chris Applebaum, is a tongue-in-cheek take on a relationship breakup to promote the Skechers footwear. The commercial effectively links the Skechers Shape-Ups to a lifestyle change, potentially suggesting that the shoes will help viewers achieve their fitness goals, thus shape up. Skechers Inc. was forced to pay a whopping $40 million in refunds to customers in order to settle charges by the Federal Trade Commission that stated that the footwear company made unfounded claims about its shape-up shoes. Promoted through the use of Kim Kardashian, as a brand spokesperson, the shoes had promised to help people lose weight and strengthen their butt, leg, and stomach muscles, which obviously did not happen for consumers. Let's be honest, it didn't happen for Kim either. That's not how she got in shape. We know how she got her toned figure, for the most part at least. Now, the clunky shoes were supposed to tone, women's behind and thighs just from walking, but many customers were unhappy with the results, obviously. Now, the Better Business Bureau page featured dozens of complaints of back pain. Customers also said they didn't see the toning results that were promised. Now, after this huge debacle, Kim understandably was so embarrassed, to say the least, but also begged to have the commercials removed virtually everywhere, as she just didn't want anyone, including her own children, to have to see it one day. Well, fast forward, and unfortunately for Kim, the footage is alive and well, and although still cringe AF, she did poke fun at it in a TikTok video with her daughter Northwest. One of the stars, ads which showed her posing in a pink sports bra with a very controversial sneaker hovering beside her appeared on screen, while a soundbite exclaimed, "Bro, if you got Skechers on, get out of my face." The clip then cuts to Kim and North sitting beside one another on a couch as they kind of mouth the remainder of the audio, which was just bizarre gibberish. Kim Kardashian and her sisters Khloé and Kourtney were slapped with a $5 million lawsuit over Get Fit Quick diet pills and supplements from Quick Trim. The pills, which are supposed to allow users to keep up with the Kardashians, and trim physiques, didn't work, of course, according to legal documents. Now, that's a shocker, right? 4 customers claim the Kardashians, made false claims when reporting through tweets and commercials that they used the products in order to slim down. They were seeking $5 million in damages for the deceptive marketing, claiming that the diet pill's main ingredient, caffeine, is not recognized as a safe or effective weight loss product by the FDA. Quick Trim advertisements show the Kardashian clan in very skimpy bikinis, flaunting their fit bodies while promoting the pills. The plaintiffs, who live in New York, California, and Florida at the time, stated in their lawsuit that the claims made by Quick Trim and by the Kardashians marketing, it was false, misleading, and just, substantiated. Now, they added there was no competent and reliable scientific evidence supporting any of the claims. The lawsuit, which was filed by the law firm of Bursar and Fisher, had to be certified by a judge as a class action complaint before it could actually cover a wider field of consumers than the 4 plaintiffs. Now, Quick Trim products, which range basically from pills to powdered drink mixes, are designed to detoxify and clean the body by eliminating extra water weight and bloating, in large part because of the laxatives they include, according to the company. Now, the products are available nationwide at more than 25,000 retail chains, including Walmart, Walgreens, GNC, all those places. But many of Kim Kardashian's millions of Twitter fans tweeted at the time that inspired by her, they were going to give it a try. Kim since hasn't promoted any weight loss pills for obvious reasons, of course. Now, she did, however, promote a Get Slim lollipop, which, well, you know, had its own share of clapbacks and controversy. They never learn, do they? Kim was accused of styling her hair in a way that, well, came across pretty racist to many people. Kim has been accused of cultural appropriation at least 3 times in recent years, maybe more, after rebranding historic hairstyles. Now, the first time came in 2016 when she became obsessed with a look the family renamed boxer braids, but the hairstyle, which Kim actually was accused of taking, you know, the credit for, was actually just cornrows, which is really famously known. Now, in 2018, she courted controversy again after renaming another hairstyle the Bo Derek. Culture experts told Allure magazine at the time they were actually Fulani braids and had been worn by black women for years, decades, centuries, even millennials. Now, Kim further sparked outrage again when she rocked braids for the MTV Movie and TV Awards. Twitter users actually fumed over the style being considered, you know, very cool and stylish on Kim, but unkept and unprofessional on black women. Now, during an interview, Kim defended herself and claimed that she didn't see the backlash over her sporting braids in the past. She said, "I did that look because North said she wanted braids and asked if I would just do them with her."
Ariana Grande's love life almost cost her her career and most definitely her reputation. Now, Ariana started filming for the upcoming film Wicked in December 2022 when she was still married to her ex-husband Dalton Gomez. But just months after filming began, it was reported in July that Ariana and Dalton split earlier in 2023 and had been quietly and lovingly working on their friendship. But then, just one day after this was reported, it was announced that Ariana was dating her Wicked co-star Ethan Slater, which allegedly began after he separated from his wife and high school sweetheart Lily J. Now, after the news broke, Ethan filed for divorce from Jay after nearly 4 years of marriage. Lily, though, went on to blast Ariana's romance with Ethan, as she said, "Ariana's the story really, not a girl's girl. My family is just collateral damage." Now, Ethan had a son in August 2022 with her, so this was all very shocking, and Ariana was called a homewrecker. There was a smear campaign against her, claiming that every relationship she's gone into, her partner had already been taken by someone else. The events of Ariana and Ethan seemed to overshadow the events of Wicked, as every moment was made about them. The internet turned on once beloved Ariana Grande, and hit piece after hit piece came out. Michael Jackson had been accused of taking advantage of and mistreating people. Now, it got so intense that a trial took place where he was charged for his actions. But on June 13th, 2005, the jury returned a verdict of not guilty on all charges. Now, at the time, Michael's brother Randy Jackson claimed that Oprah was airing episodes related to his brother's trial in 2005 to make him look bad in the public eye. Randy said that he believed that Oprah wanted to see Michael in jail. Now, apparently when Michael saw this, it was the last straw, and it was then made clear to his family that Oprah could not and would not be trusted again, but Michael then maintained his innocence until his passing. Now, people have believed that Stevie Wonder isn't actually blind for a while now. Yep, you heard that right. Despite the fact that Stevie was born prematurely and as a result lost his sight, many people have claimed over the years that he has faked blindness as a way to enhance his musical career, which honestly is genuinely insane. Now, proof includes where people believe Wonder was caught peeking or had an unusually good sense of spatial awareness as evidence of his supposed deception. Now, Wonder himself has publicly addressed the rumors on numerous occasions, saying he lost his sight as a result of a congenital condition and that he's never been able to see. Now, his friends and family have also denied these claims. Leah Michelle became a meme due to rumors that said she couldn't read. Now, users online have said that she never learned to read because she started working young, as she was 8 when she made her debut on Broadway. Now, Leah has ignored these rumors for the most part, other than the odd remark, like in 2018 when she tweeted to a fan, "Loved reading this tweet and wanted to write you back," literally laughing out loud at all of this, "love you." But in 2022, she addressed this conspiracy more more directly, saying, "I went to Glee every single day, I knew my lines every single day, and there's a rumor online that I can't read or write. It's sad, it really is. I think often if I were a man, a lot of this wouldn't be the case." But she also poked fun at the matter on TikTok by lip-syncing to a clip of Kim Kardashian on a phone call. She's asked, "How is it?" and she responds, "It's amazing," before getting emotional and saying, "But wait, can you talk for a sec?" Now, the text on Leah's video reads, "Calling Jonathan to read me the comments on my first TikTok." But hey, at least she can see the funny side to all of this. Courtney Love had openly said that she would only date really rich men, and how she and Kurt Cobain got together isn't really known. Now, whatever the case may be, they became a couple by 1992 and got married that same year. Now, some people believe that Courtney had a hand in Kurt's death. Part of this is due to the fact that she introduced him to illegal substances, while others thought that she took his life for discussing divorce. His widowed wife then inherited all of his fortunes though. How convenient. Now, Courtney has denied this multiple times, but a lot of people hate her because they think she's responsible for Kurt's passing. In 2023, Page Six published claims that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, who had been together for less than 6 months, were already planning their engagement. An alleged source told the outlet Scott Swift, Taylor's dad, has been asked for his blessing and has wholeheartedly given it, and Travis has been talking to friends about a ring. Now, in early 2024, Page Six repeated similar claims, and an alleged source told the outlet that the couple planned to get engaged in the summer, but held off on Travis proposing over the holidays because they don't want it to seem like it's rushed insanity. Now, the source alleged Taylor and Travis discussed it and there is a plan. They'll get engaged on their 1-year anniversary in July. Now, the media was all over this and people kept asking about their so-called engagement. But during a February 2024 press conference ahead of the Super Bowl, a reporter asked Travis if there was another ring on his mind. He replied, "I'm focused on getting the Super Bowl ring. That's all my mind is focused on right now." Afterwards, a source then told Us Weekly, Travis and Taylor have no plans on getting engaged this summer. Things between them are going amazing, but they haven't even been together for a year yet and still have so much to learn about each other. In 2023, Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell released their film Anyone But You, but it had been rumored that the co-stars had so much chemistry that people speculated they had an affair on set. The rumors intensified when Glenn reportedly broke up with his girlfriend Gigi Paris. Now, at the time, Sydney was engaged to Jonathan Davino, but they both denied anything romantic going on between the pair. But now, reports have come in saying that Sydney called off the engagement and that she's now single. Now, what's interesting about all that is that Sydney actually reunited with Glenn Powell on the weekend as she was his date to his sister's wedding. So is there something more here? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. In 2022, the press tour of Don't Worry Darling was full of drama. There were scandals about the director, Olivia Wilde, and the star of the film, Florence Pugh, not getting along. And the fact that Olivia started dating the lead actor, Harry Styles. Now, all eyes were on the cast, so when a video emerged of Harry taking his seat for a screening of the film next to Chris Pine, another actor in the cast, people actually thought that Harry spit on Chris. Which is crazy, but there was video proof that so-called proved this. Now, later on, Chris's representative said in a statement, "This is a ridiculous story, a complete fabrication, and the result of an odd online illusion that is clearly deceiving and allows for foolish speculation." Just to be clear, Harry Styles did not spit on Chris Pine. There's nothing but respect between these two men, and any suggestion otherwise is a blatant attempt to create drama that simply does not exist. Now, Chris also spoke out in an interview saying, "Harry did not spit on me. Harry's a very, very kind guy." Now, Beyonce shocked the world in 2011 while performing at the VMAs as she revealed that she was pregnant with her and Jay-Z's first child. But there were also rumors that she wasn't actually pregnant at all, either having a baby with a surrogate or staging an elaborate ruse so that they could claim Jay-Z's illegitimate child as their own. Now, people even went as far as saying that she was wearing a fake bump and pieced together footage proving it. Now, Beyonce actually addressed this rumor, calling the rumor ridiculous and over the top. And at some point, a rumor emerged online that Jennifer Lopez insured her butt for $1 million. And since J-Lo is, well, JLo. A lot of people believe this, and I mean, she is known for her curves. However, Jennifer set the record straight during a segment of Carpool Karaoke with James Corden in 2016 when James straight out asked her if her butt was insured. JLo though said, "No, I don't even, there's no such thing as that. And I think there's a place in your homeland, England, where you can insure certain things, part of your body. Seriously, I think that exists. I've heard of that, but not here, I don't think," she said. Kanye West is notorious for his tweets, but one that he's recently posted has seemed to put all of his behavior into perspective. Now, Kanye released a new album with a bunch of song titles I can't even name, but one of the tracks was called Cousins. Kanye later tweeted the backstory about the song, and well, Kanye went through a traumatic event with his cousin that he swore he was going to take to the grave, but as you can see, he clearly didn't. With him sharing this trauma with the world, it gives us a better insight onto his mental health. You see, over the past 5 years or so, Kanye has been open about his mental health, as he's revealed that he's been diagnosed with bipolar, and just this year he said he had autism. Though these conditions are not an excuse for his behavior, it can give us some insight into why he's acting the way he is. You see, Kanye was diagnosed with bipolar disorder in 2016 after having to be hospitalized for a psychiatric emergency. He's spoken out about this and how this affected him, as he said, "You pretty much don't trust everyone, and they have a moment where they handcuff you, they drug you, they put you on a bed, and they separate you from everyone you know. That's something I'm so happy I experienced myself, so I can start by changing that moment. When you're in that state, you have to have someone you trust. It is cruel and primitive to do that." Now, unfortunately, Kanye has been open about sharing that he does not regularly take his bipolar disorder medications, stating that his manic episodes, aka his highs, are what makes him him. He refuses to stay on his medications against medical advice because he feels it negatively impacts his music and creative process, hence impacting his career as an artist. "I cannot be on meds and make Watch the Throne level or dark fantasy level music," he said in one of his tweets. Now, when Kanye is in one of these manic episodes, things can get absolutely crazy. Now, something that set him over the edge was his divorce from Kim Kardashian. In 2020, Kanye went on Twitter and claimed that Kris Jenner had tried to lock him up and that he was considering divorcing his wife. But less than a year later, Kim actually divorced him, and Kanye went on to talk poorly about Kim everywhere. Things took a head in 2022 when a music video for Kanye's new song Easy was released, and it featured references to Kim's new relationship at the time with Saturday Night Live star Pete Davidson. In the video, Kanye ties up and buries a claymation version of the comedian. Now, a source told People that Kim was upset over the video and that she thought it was way too violent. Now, eventually, Kanye shared a message supposedly from Kim, further exposing his relationship with his fans. Kim said, "You are creating a dangerous and scary environment, and someone will hurt Pete, and this will all be your fault." Now, Kanye, in all caps, tweeted, "Upon my wife's request, please nobody do anything physical to Skeet. I'm going to handle the situation myself." And then there was the time that he took to social media and claimed that he wasn't allowed to be at his daughter Chicago's birthday party. In 2022, Kanye claimed that Kim basically kidnapped their daughter Chicago. "You are lying and are liars," wrote Kanye online. "Y'all basically kidnapped Chicago on her birthday so she cannot remember her father being there. Travis Scott gave me the address of my child's party. That's how y'all play with black fathers." But Khloé Kardashian challenged Kanye online though, responding, "I don't want to do this on social media, but you keep bringing it here. You are the father of my nieces and nephews, and I'm trying to be respectful, but please stop tearing Kimberly down and using our family when you want to deflect." Now, Khloé also implied that Kanye's repeated references to being excluded from Chicago's birthday party were made up by the rapper. Again, with the birthday narrative, she continued, "Enough already. We all know the truth, and in my opinion, everyone's tired of it. You know exactly where your children are at all times, and you wanted separate birthdays. I've seen the text to prove it, and when you changed your mind and wanted to attend, you came," she said. Kanye West has continued to shock people though with his behavior, as in 2022 he was seen everywhere posting his opinions, even though most people didn't want them. I mean, it seemed like you couldn't go anywhere without hearing about him. Now, some of his scandals from that time include him wearing a shirt that said White Lives Matter at Paris Fashion Week, and being interviewed and making a number of anti-Semitic claims. Kanye then did another interview with The Shop, but it was pulled due to him spewing more hate speech, with producers deciding against airing the interview and refusing to share any more details of his comments. In October that year, he also tweeted a lot of anti-Semitic tweets, and he was banned from the platform for a period of time. Due to all this, a lot of major brands announced that they'd no longer be working with the rapper due to his ongoing comments and concerning behavior. The Gap, fashion house Balenciaga, talent agency Creative Artist Agency, banking group JP Morgan, and Adidas all dropped him. Now, since 2022, Kanye's beliefs have just gotten more hateful, as he said and done things that I can't even talk about here because it's just so bad. But one big scandal he had this year had to do with his new wife, Bianca Censori. He appeared on the Grammys red carpet with his wife Bianca, and Kanye was seen wearing all black, and Bianca was in a long black fur coat. But then she removed her coat on the carpet, revealing her nearly naked look with a nude huge sheer dress without underwear or a bra on. There are videos of this interaction, and while posing for photographers, Kanye said to her, "You're making a scene now," to which she nods in agreement. He then added, "Make a scene, I'll say it'll make so much sense," before telling his wife to drop it behind you and turn. "I got you," he reportedly consoled Bianca, who responded, "All right, let's go." And then you can see that she drops her coat, shocking everyone. I mean, she was pretty much naked, and people were confused and also very disgusted by this. Now, shortly after this stunt, he tweeted about him and his wife's choice to let her be nude on the Grammys red carpet, and Kanye said, "I have dominion over my wife. This ain't no woke feminist. She's with a billionaire. Why would she listen to any of you? She definitely wouldn't have been able to do it without my approval, you stupid woke." In another tweet, he said, "Anyone who called my wife's Grammy look a stunt is dumb and lame. Yes, you. She's been dressing naked 2 years, now all of a sudden it's a stunt." Kanye then also went on to defend fellow rapper Diddy, who is in jail for committing various crimes. "Please free my brother Puff. I stood up for Puff and I'm still winning 20 Grammys next year and doing the Super Bowl," he tweeted. Now, Kanye also revealed that he started selling shirts where proceeds would go to Diddy. At Yeezy.com, "I'm selling the Sean John collaboration that me and my brother spoke about before they locked him up. We splitting the profits 50-50, he shared on social media. Now, after this, Diddy's Instagram account posted, "Thank you to my brother at Yeezy.com. Not to mention, Kanye also sold some other problematic shirts as well, which he's really leaned into the past couple of months. Not to mention, he's also gotten into some hot water with Kim Kardashian about his association with Diddy. Now, Kanye ignored his agreement with Kim and added their daughter Northwest to a song with Diddy. Yeah, with Diddy, and this was after Kim told him no. TMZ reported that their custody agreement included having an equal say in decisions regarding their children. Now, Kim was opposed to their daughter being part of the song at all, but Kanye went ahead with letting her record it, and he even teased the track online. In leaked text from Kanye, Kim says, "I asked you at the time if I can trademark her name. You said yes. When she's 18, it goes to her, so stop," Kim wrote. "I sent paperwork over so she wouldn't be in the Diddy song to protect her." Kanye then replied, "And neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me." Now, the former couple attended mediation required in time of conflict per their divorce settlement, and Kanye agreed to not officially put out the track unless North was removed. However, the version featuring her was already circulating on the internet by that point, so the damage was already done. Now, Kanye worsened the situation for himself by then tweeting, "The man makes the final decision." It said that after this, Kim was looking to get sole custody of their kids, which I can't blame her for. Now, we all know that Jay-Z has been friends with Diddy for years. They became friends in the 90s and they collaborated on multiple projects together. They became two of the biggest names in the music industry as they each had their own labels. Diddy founded Bad Boy Entertainment, launched in 1993, and Jay-Z's Rockefeller Records, founded a year later. Now, surprisingly though, there was no rivalry among the two rappers who remained supportive of each other's work. Now from there, their bond just grew. After a photo of Diddy and Jay-Z chatting it up during his birthday party was showcased at the Rock and Roll of Hip Hop exhibition, Diddy opened up about his friendship with the fellow rapper and said, "That was one of my birthday parties and I was just telling him I appreciate him coming." He further added he was on tour and he flew in private after one of his shows just to come to the party, then he had to fly back out. "I was just telling him how much I appreciate it and how much I value our friendship. People see us as competitors and different icons in the hip hop game, but that was just a moment of two black brothers telling each other how much they appreciate each other." Their bond was strong, and Jay-Z even got Beyonce involved in the friendship. Now the power couple would be seen at a bunch of Diddy's parties, where they would even debut some of their new music there. I mean, in the past couple of years they were still praising each other in the public, as Diddy was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 BET Awards. Jay-Z paid a special tribute to him with a video. Now, with their friendship on full display, it shocked people that Jay-Z nor Beyonce spoke up when Diddy's houses were raided in March or when he was arrested in September. Now, some people called this out, like 50 Cent. He posted a picture of the rapper's face on a milk carton with the words "missing" on Instagram and added in the caption, "Anybody seen Jay? LOL," joking he ain't been answering his phone. Now, many people were waiting for Jay-Z to speak up, and because he didn't, people started to suspect that he had something to do with the crimes Diddy committed. I mean, they partied and were together a lot. This would certainly be plausible. Now, we finally got the answer on December 8th, as Jay-Z was named in a refiled lawsuit against Diddy. Now, the general public knew about this lawsuit in October, but new details emerged that placed Jay-Z as a perpetrator of the crime committed alongside Diddy. The anonymous accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, said the incident happened after she was driven to an MTV Video Music Awards afterparty in the year 2000. After the awards, she was driven to a White House where she had to sign an NDA. There, she said she was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and it felt like she needed to lie down, so she went into a room to rest. Shortly afterwards, the suit says Diddy and Jay-Z entered the room, with Diddy saying, "You're ready to party." That's when she alleges she was taken advantage of by both men, while an unnamed female celebrity watched. Now, could that female celebrity be Beyonce? Just maybe. Now, after the alleged incident, the suit says Jane Doe grabbed her clothes and left. She made her way to a gas station where she called her father. Now, this sounds extremely real, as a former party planner for Diddy, who worked for him during 2004 and 2005 and wished to remain anonymous, spoke to some news outlets about the disgraced musicians' parties. They stated that women attending these parties were subjected to weight checks. "We would do a weigh-in if necessary. The girls had to be young and hot, so I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure. The number was 140 pounds, but if a girl was really tall, there was a little bit of discretion involved," said the planner, adding that the other requirements included no flab, no cellulite, not overly pierced or tattooed, and no short hair. Now, seems like this Jane Doe fit the description of exactly what Diddy wanted. It was also revealed that Diddy would make people sign NDAs to attend his parties. A document released showed that guests were issued strict rules on discussing Diddy, his associates, and any activities or individuals present at his events. The NDA reportedly forbade guests from sharing any information about Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, or friends. Now, under the agreement, attendees were restricted from taking photos, filming, or recording anything at these events without his written consent. Now, something that makes these NDAs quite unique is that it's enforceable for either 70 years or the artist's lifetime plus an additional 20 years, whichever is longer. Now, this is a duration that is far exceeding standard NDAs. Now, Jay-Z was actually spotted the day after the lawsuit was filed. Jay attended the premiere of a movie with Beyonce where their daughter Blue Ivy voiced one of the characters. It was the first time Jay-Z had been spotted in public since the accusations, and sources with direct knowledge told the Post that before the allegations, it was rumored that Jay-Z and Beyonce were not planning on going to the premiere. However, they appear to have a change of heart after the lawsuit. Beyonce forced Jay-Z to go to the premiere last night, an insider told DailyMail.com. There working with a crisis specialist who's advising them on how to handle this. Beyoncé believes that the best way is to face it head on. Blue Ivy is well aware of what's going on and is intent on supporting her father in any way she can. She was there in solidarity with her dad and mom. Beyoncé will do anything she can to keep their family together, but is also concerned that more women might come forward with lies. So it seems like Beyoncé is standing with her husband, but this just makes her look really bad and even guilty. Like mentioned before, she had attended plenty of Diddy parties herself. Now, Beyoncé and Jay-Z once attended one of Diddy's New Year's Eve parties, and the couple spent time with Diddy ringing in the new year of 2014 in Miami. Now, the weird thing is there are articles about them being there, but all the photos of the night have disappeared. Strange, right? Well, in one article, it said that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were off in a corner dancing and greeting people, an insider said. Drake came with a posse of friends and took over the turntables, and T.I. and Jamie Foxx were chatting and hanging out during the event. Pharrell Williams was also in attendance, the source adds. Now, it was reported that Beyoncé wasn't wearing any pants, and that some people say she was later seen in the swimming pool, looking dazed and confused. It's just strange all around, and the couple also attended the music mogul's 50th birthday party in 2019. But we've been told by insiders that these parties are not what they seem and that a lot of messed up things happen at them. Former music industry insider Tom Swoop had attended a couple of the parties, and he shared with the public what would happen behind the scenes. He broke down how the parties worked for viewers and claimed that the parties were separated into tiers of access. There was general admission, then a series of tiers ending with entrance to the inner circle, where the real partying went on. Now, this allegedly included humiliating male and female guests on the promise of record deals or money. Yeah, now why does this kind of sound like a cult or some sort of ritual? Ugh, I do not like it. Now, Tom went on to say that there were a lot of substances present and that Diddy played a horrible so-called joke on a young artist. He said Diddy wanted the artist to do a certain act, and if he did it, Diddy would give him $100,000 and a record deal before claiming it was a joke when the young artist was about to do it. Tom claimed Diddy told him, "I can make anybody do anything because this life is what they want, and I got the keys to the castle." Now, Tom didn't like any of this though, so he left the party thinking, if this what goes on behind the curtain and you're all comfortable with this, nah, I don't want this life. He added there were so many celebrities there who were cool with who he was and what he did to entertain them. It's not isolated, he added. You all need to think of everybody when you think of him and the access and the amount of people who were there. So it seems like Jay-Z was cool with all this going on. But what about Beyoncé?
Jennifer Lopez faced backlash in 2024 for a scene in her documentary, This Is Me, Now, A Love Story. In the clip, she romanticizes her childhood in the Bronx, ruffling her hair and saying, "It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block." Many Bronx residents criticized this portrayal, arguing that it was inaccurate and overly romanticized. They pointed out that the Bronx of today is vastly different from the one Lopez grew up in, and that her portrayal ignored the challenges and struggles faced by many Bronx residents. The controversy sparked a debate about authenticity and representation, with some questioning whether Lopez's portrayal of her Bronx roots was genuine. It highlighted the importance of accurately representing diverse communities and avoiding stereotypes. Blake Lively. It ends with Us movie controversy. This movie faced significant controversy, primarily due to its marketing and promotion. Tone-deaf marketing. The film's marketing heavily focused on the romantic aspects of the story, downplaying the serious themes of domestic abuse and trauma. This led to criticism that the marketing was insensitive and disrespectful to survivors of domestic violence. Age gap between actors and characters. Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, who play the lead roles, are significantly older than the characters they portray in the book. This casting choice raised concerns about the film's authenticity and its ability to accurately represent the experiences of younger individuals. Dave Grohl. In a shocking turn of events, Foo Fighters frontman Dave Grohl admitted to infidelity and fathering a child outside of his marriage to Jordan Bloom. In a heartfelt Instagram post in September 2024, Grohl expressed his remorse and vowed to work towards regaining his family's trust. This revelation has sent shockwaves through the music industry and has forced fans to reevaluate their perception of the beloved rock star. While Beyoncé has generally maintained a positive public image, 2024 was not without its share of controversies. One of the most significant was the controversy surrounding her Renaissance World Tour. Some fans expressed disappointment over the high ticket prices and limited availability, leading to accusations of price gouging and unfair ticket distribution. Additionally, some fans criticized the strict rules and regulations imposed at the concerts, such as bans on recording and photography. Despite these controversies, Beyoncé's Renaissance World Tour was a massive success, breaking numerous records and solidifying her status as one of the biggest music icons of all time. Katy Perry's much-anticipated return to the music scene with her single Woman's World was quickly overshadowed by controversy. Her collaboration with producer Lukas Gottwald drew significant criticism. This partnership seemed at odds with Perry's intended message of female empowerment, leading many to question her choices. Further controversy arose when Perry filmed her music video in ecologically sensitive areas of the Balearic Islands. This decision angered Spanish authorities, who initiated an investigation into potential environmental damage. The negative publicity surrounding this incident, coupled with the ongoing criticism of her collaboration with Gottwald, led to a wave of backlash on social media. Many fans and critics alike called for Perry to reconsider her future in the music industry. Kourtney Kardashian, while generally avoiding the intense drama that has characterized her family's public image, has faced her own share of controversies in 2024. One significant issue was the backlash she received for promoting a weight loss product. Critics argued that the product's claims were misleading and that it could promote unhealthy body image standards. Additionally, her highly publicized relationship with Travis Barker has often been the subject of public scrutiny. Some fans have accused the couple of oversharing personal details of their relationship on social media. Despite these controversies, Kourtney Kardashian remains a popular figure, and her family's reality show continues to be a ratings success. Nick Cannon. He has been involved in several controversies throughout his career, particularly in 2024. Paternity scandal. Cannon's rapid increase in children has led to significant public scrutiny and criticism. His multiple pregnancies with different women in a short period have raised questions about his parenting abilities and his approach to relationships. Controversial comments. Cannon has made controversial comments on various topics, including race, religion, and mental health, which have often sparked backlash and criticism. Kanye West. He has had a tumultuous year in 2024. Not many people can say they lost $1 billion overnight. His already controversial reputation was further tarnished by a series of anti-Semitic remarks and body-shaming comments directed at Lizzo. As if that wasn't enough, West became embroiled in the P. Diddy scandal when a former personal assistant, Lauren Picciota, filed an 88-page lawsuit accusing West during a studio session co-hosted by Diddy. With his career already on the brink, this latest scandal raises serious questions about West's future in the entertainment industry. Britney Spears. In 2024, Spears continued to navigate the complexities of life after conservatorship, including addressing the emotional and psychological trauma she endured. She has been vocal about her experiences, using social media to share her thoughts and feelings. While this has allowed her to connect with fans and express herself freely, it has also led to some controversies, such as public feuds with her family members and ex-husband Kevin Federline. Despite these challenges, Spears has remained a resilient figure and has continued to work on her music and other creative projects. Her fans continue to support her and advocate for her well-being. Miley Cyrus. She has faced several controversies throughout her career, though none major in 2024. However, her public image and music have often been the subject of debate and criticism. Some of the controversies she has faced include public image evolution. Her transition from a Disney child star to a provocative pop artist often drew criticism and controversy. Controversial performances. Some of her performances, especially during the bangers era, were deemed too explicit or provocative for mainstream audiences. Conor McGregor. He has had a career filled with controversies, major scandals specific to 2024. However, some ongoing issues and past controversies continue to surround him. Legal troubles. McGregor has faced several legal issues, including assault charges and road traffic offenses, which have tarnished his image. Public outbursts. His erratic behavior and public outbursts, often fueled by alcohol and social media, have led to criticism and concern. Controversial social media posts. McGregor's social media posts have often been controversial, with some fans and critics accusing him of arrogance, disrespect, and toxic masculinity, fighting style, and sportsmanship. His aggressive fighting style and sometimes questionable sportsmanship have drawn criticism from fans and pundits alike. JoJo Siwa, while known for her positive and family-friendly image, hasn't been involved in any major scandals. However, like any public figure, she has faced some major controversies and criticisms. Public feuds. Similar to many other celebrities, Siwa has been involved in public feuds with other influencers and celebrities, which can sometimes generate negative publicity. Product controversies. Some of her products, particularly those aimed at younger audiences, have faced criticism for their quality or perceived marketing tactics.